He's got ideas.
Yes. And we made a video. I can't even think of it. Hi, Sue.
Oh, hi.
All right. It's about 15 days before Christmas. As you remember, we made a video. I can't even think of it. We made a video
and we
of all the dishes that we made
for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And we asked people to make a poll. And in that poll, I can't believe the vote. Yeah. And even in the comments and everything, I can't believe what was number one.
Oh, I knew that was going to be.
You did?
Yeah, because that was my favorite.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, it was the biscuits. And so we're going to make the biscuits again. But what we thought we would do, and by the way, runner-up was green beans. And close third was sweet potato.
Okay, that's what mine would have been.
Yeah.
Bing, bing.
So I'm going to do the green beans, but on a different video. And we'll get that done before you have...
don't promise
I better not
anything.
promise.
As soon as he promises,
I always mess
something
up.
happens and he doesn't get it.
So we won't promise anything, but we're going to try our best. It's coming. Because that was, the green beans was great. That was my favorite dish.
And it was great as a leftover too.
Yeah, it really was.
It was,
yeah. So anyhow, today I'm going to make biscuits, and I'm going to do real quick, because what I want to do on this video, Sue, is I want to show everybody our favorite things to order. I mean, there are things, if you would, that we enjoy having, and we'll provide a link in the description of all those things, whether it's Amazon or GARDYN or whoever. Things that are our most favorite things. Let's say it that way.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, like my garden.
If you need Christmas ideas, then especially for the kitchen.
Yes.
He's got ideas.
Yes. And one of the first things that I would offer to you, which is my favorite thing in cooking, is all these spices from Golden Steer Steakhouse. I use these things extensively all the time, from when I'm cooking chicken or steak or pork chops, all the way to even making these biscuits. That's why they were so good. I used two different seasonings.
And you used their recipe.
I used their recipe. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it real quick because it's an easy deal. It'll make you the best biscuits for Christmas that you've ever had. And I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so here's the first thing with these biscuits. I want you to, first off, put in your bowl 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And let me just get that done. I've got most of this done here. There we go. And I need you to also put in 1.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Put that in there. Also put in 1/2 tablespoon, here it is, of baking powder. 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder.
How many biscuits does this make?
Oh, it made me about 8 or 10 biscuits, if I remember correctly. It's how big you cut them, you know what I mean? There we go. And then put in 4 tablespoons of Golden Steer's Bowtie Seasoning. There it is. It's brown, I mean, as you can see, like a tannish brown. 4 teaspoons. Oh boy, get my things right here.
What do you think's in it?
I don't know, but it's so good. And it's got a spice, that's for sure. Because these are spicy. 1, 2.
That's right.
Okay, hang on, I'm counting, because you know me, I'll forget what I'm doing. 3. In fact, I ordered more of this the other day, Sue, for us to have, because I'm running low. That was my last can. 4 of those. And they have a new flavor out called, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. It's called French Cuff. And it's got this, like, even pieces of onion in it. And on this one, I just need you to do 1.5 teaspoons. Look at that. That's that French Cuff. It gives us the beautiful flavor.
Did you use this in a French onion soup?
You can, yeah. And do another 1/2. Yeah. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to mix all that around. And then I'm going to take 5.5 tablespoons of cold butter. And I'm just going to put that in here. Let me take it and put it in. Oop, get that out of there. I always just cut these down a little bit before I use a what do they call those things, babe?
It's a pastry.
Pastry cutter. There we go. All right, so I'm cutting that in real quickly here. Okay, I got that all cut in. And what did I do with my cutter? Oh, I just had it. And I actually forgot to tell you all to do a pinch of salt in there, and I've got that. And I'm not doing quite as big of a pinch as I normally do because I'm using salted butter. I tend to, for these things, use unsalted, but I'm trying to use up some butter. Now, the other thing that I want to put in is 1 1/3 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, and that goes in there. And we're going to mix that around and get that all incorporated with all those seasonings, the butter, the salt, sugar, flour, everything. Oh, perfect. And then what I want you to do, and Sue, keep the thing off my legs, but I want you, I've got this, and this is another thing I'll talk about. One of my favorite things is this spatula. And make a well down at the bottom of this thing, and what I want you to do with all that is we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. And we're going to put in 1 egg in the mixture. There she blows. And we're going to stir that up. Now, really, what you want to do is you don't want to overmix this or the biscuits will get tough. And so just try to just get it all incorporated, basically. Pick up all that flour and get that egg in there. There you go, it's coming, as you can see. And again, I love this spatula. I use it for my sourdough bread stuff.
It's called a Dutch whisk.
I think it is, a Dutch whisk. That's what it is. You're right, not a spatula. A Dutch whisk. And I'll have a link down below for that. So there you go. One of my, really, one of my favorites. I go for this all the time.
And the reason it's so nice is because the dough doesn't get all caught up.
Look at that. It just, yeah, it doesn't get caught up at all. It's just lovely. And I just, like I said, I use it for just about everything that I do. And all I'm going to do is actually get this all done like this. And then what I want to do is I've got a parchment lined cookie sheet over here. My oven has been preheated to 375. I'm going to put this on a floured surface here, and then I'm going to cut my biscuits. I've got a biscuit cutter. I'll show you that here in a second. And then I'm going to cook all of this for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending, but my oven goes pretty hot, so I'm never going that far with it. And now I'll be back. I'll show you what we're going to do, how we set it all up. Okay, back at you here, and I've got my dough all ready, got my biscuit cutter. I'm going to try to get, with this size biscuit cutter, I'm going to try to get about 8 of these done. I'll tell you what, these biscuits were a hit. And they were a hit at Thanksgiving because the seasoning is so fantastic here.
They taste a little bit like the Red Lobster biscuits.
They do a little bit, but they've got a little bit different spice to it, you know, of sort, yeah. And I make my pad here about a 1/2 inch, maybe even 3/4 inch. Let's just see what we get. There we go. So anyhow, I usually flour my cutter here, and here we go. Just do that, twist it. Oop, come on, and onto the.
That's another favorite thing is cutters. They come in all different sizes.
Yeah, they do. It's a whole set, and I just really like that too.
I think the best biscuits have buttermilk in them.
Oh my goodness, I love making buttermilk biscuits. These are so good. And in fact, babe, I made some turkey soup and with leftover turkey. And we're gonna have this and some turkey soup tonight. Really good stuff. Yeah, see, I'm gonna get about 8 of them here. Again, I'm really cautious of overworking things because they'll get tough on you real quick if you're not careful. Here's 8. Okay, I'm gonna get 9 of them. This is wonderful. We'll just do this like this for the last one. There it is. And they're gonna go in the, like I said, in a 375-degree oven for about 10-15 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them. They're gonna be so good when they come out. And listen, they even heat up good in the microwave if you don't eat them right away or whatever the case may be. So while they're cooking, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite things, mine and Susan's favorite things for Christmas, ideas you can. We're always looking for things, particularly for folks my age. What can we buy other folks my age? I want to give you enough time to get these things ordered if you want them prior to Christmas so that they get in. And let me just show you a few things. It's sort of neat. And these are things that are just real essentials for me. I just love them. I use them all the time. These are, first off, and here's my cheat sheet, so help me out here. But these are biscuit cutter sets, and there's 5 pieces of varying sizes in there. And I just looked at these, and I'll attach all the links down below in the description from Amazon. But right now they're running 20% off, and it's only $11. But I use these all the time. You just saw me use them for the biscuits, and you dip it a little, get some flour on it, and cut your biscuits out. Then this is another thing I go to all the time. I keep it right here, and I just love this. It's a strainer set. It's fine mesh strainer, and it's a set of 3, so little ones. And I even do my flour sifting with these things, or when I'm making stock, the big one, I'll drain the stock in here to catch all the large stuff and all that. These are running right now on sale, 15% off. They're $10.20. But these are a perfect gift to give to somebody. My other go-to in the kitchen is this thing. I love this. I actually ordered 2 or 3, and I gave 1 each to my sister-in-laws. I love this thing. I don't use a whisk anymore. In fact, I probably need to get rid of the whisk in there. I use this when I'm doing bread mixing, when I'm doing brownie mixing, when I'm doing, I did it the other day for Thanksgiving, pecan pie and pumpkin pie. I'm mixing the filling up. This thing just is great. It's called a Danish dough whisk, and they're running $8.99, but I'd get a bunch of them.
Well, the thing about those is that whatever you're mixing doesn't get caught.
It doesn't get caught.
Does in a
whisk and up and in there. This and if you do have dough on it, you see me. I just sort of and it's done.
I don't know if it would do eggs as well, like whisking eggs, but
I don't think so on that. Right. No, I use usually just a fork to whisk them eggs up. But anyhow. All right, now this thing, Sarah got this for me a couple of Christmases ago, and it's called a Your Kitchen, E-U-R, Europe-like kind of thing, yeah. It's an aluminum whipped cream dispenser. I love this thing. I used it at Thanksgiving. I use it mostly at the holidays, but you load up a CO2 cartridge in here, and then squeeze it down, and it charges the bottle. I usually, when I'm going to use them, I keep this bottle, it's all aluminum, heavy. I put it in the freezer, get it ice cold. I have my cold cream I put in there. I'll add sometimes a little cinnamon, or I'll add a little nutmeg just to give a flavor to the whipped cream that I'm gonna make. I'll add a little liqueur.
Yeah, but when you do that, it doesn't last in the fridge. It doesn't last
as long. No, that's right.
Yeah.
And then you put the top on, and with the charged cylinder, after you put the top on, you charge it up. I have different types of tops here. It comes with it.
You can decorate.
You can decorate, pipe, all that kind of. Oh my goodness, everything. Yeah, not piping, but
well, anything with
like
whipped cream.
Whipped cream, absolutely. Yeah. And let me see how much this is. It's a little pricier, $34.99, but a great gift.
It's for the person who has everything.
Everything. And a person like me who loves gadgets. And this is a gadget without electricity. So that's a neat thing. Then, as you all know, I love my induction plate that I use all the time in my cooking shows. And this is the one that I bought. And this is called the, let me find it, the Duxtop, 1800 watt portable induction cooktop. For the counter. It's $77.99 right now. I don't see that there's a sale on this going on, but this thing is invaluable. I mean, and listen, even if you're not doing a cooking show, where this comes in handy is an additional piece, particularly like during big events that you might be having, or holidays that you're doing a lot of cooking. You got a lot of, and you're running out of room on your stovetop. No matter if it's gas or electric, get one of these, add it in, and it gives you that versatility. In fact, I see, once in a while they've got the two side by side, so you get two different unit burners, as it were. But I just love it. I have fallen in love with the way this works so much that my next stove will, at the minimum, be a combination of electric stovetop and induction stovetop, or all induction. That's how much I like it.
Well, the thing about induction is when you turn it off,
it's done. It's off.
Right. It doesn't, like with an electric, it takes a while for the heat to go away.
For everything to come down. Yeah.
This stops. The only drawback, is that you have to use a certain kind of pot, which will only be, most of your pots are this.
Yes, absolutely. But it's a metal. It's just metal.
Anything made
of metal or cast iron.
Yes.
I mean, it's metal. So Okay, what I got for my birthday past January from my daughter was this, and it's the Philips pasta maker. And now this is not cheap, I will admit to you. But I love it. And she liked it so much when she was down here visiting that she bought one for herself.
Well, she used us as guinea pigs.
She used me as a guinea pig.
Yeah,
she sure
did. If it worked for Jerry, then she said, okay,
and if
I'll
I liked
get one.
it. And she fell in love with it when she bought one because it's fresh pasta. I mean, you take it off of here, if you can dry it if you want to keep it, and she does a lot of that, or and puts it in the freezer, or you do it fresh. And when you do it fresh, you've got a little pot of boiling water there. You put it in a strainer or something, put it in for about 30-40 seconds, bring it out. You've got yourself a great... The taste is remarkable, and you're not adding, when you do this, of course, any of the preservatives and all that comes with boxed pasta noodles.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have my favorite boxed pasta noodles, I suppose, but there's nothing like this. And I get sometimes, I used to get fresh pasta that they make at my Italian market, Doris's Italian market here near me. And that's why I love this. And it is so good to make your own. So and it comes with recipe. You can get all sorts. I've got this set for the fettuccine because I use that the most. It's a little wider noodle. But I can even do lasagna sheets in this. Different dyes here.
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni, all sorts. So it's just easy to do. You put a new dye in and it just comes out with that kind of look. And it's just
and you cut it to size.
And cut it to size, As it's coming out, I use a knife and just cut it to the sizes I want. Well, I talked to you about Golden Steer. They even have butters. They have cookbooks, all that, and that's the cookbook I have.
If you do use our code, you get 10%.
10%.
Yes.
Two last items. Number one, swing the camera around, Sue, and show them our garden. I tell you, I'm putting the link in for this. I love our garden. Look at, I started, we had it for about 1.5 to 2 years. I got rid of everything this summer, pulled it all out, cleaned it, and got all new pods. And in October, I think we started, or maybe September, middle of September, and look at how thick it is. Again, tonight even I'm going to cut a bunch of lettuce off and we're going to have a good salad. I just love my garden. And the link for that is in there. And then the last and most important gift that you could possibly order and get, and the link is also in description, is mine and Sarah's book, along with my mother. Here it is. Our book called Common Sense Parenting, and I really hope you get this not only for yourself if you haven't already, but also for your family members, nieces that are having children, or all that kind of stuff, nephews and nieces that are in the parenting process now. Great book,
even
great
grandparenting,
grandparenting, anything. Yeah, absolutely. Educators, give them to your teachers, you know, that kind of thing. It's really, really cool.
Read what's on the bottom.
Oh, let me do that. Raising principled children in an ever-shifting culture. That's what the book is all about. Sarah and I don't give you, and my mother, we don't give you how-tos. This is how to do it. I don't do that. But what we do talk about in here are principles. I've got about 7 or 8 really life-forming principles that you need to consider, and you need to have a understanding about it, in our opinion, to help you raise the type of children you want to raise. And even your principles are going to be a little bit, your values, let's say, are going to be a little different than our values. That's okay, but you need a set of values. And so that's sort of what we're doing here, not sort of, that is what we're doing here in this book. And so I urge you to get some of that too. And so there you go. Those are, I've got a bunch of things around here, but those are my favorite things. You've got, from this day the video comes out on this Wednesday, you've got about 12, 13 days left of shopping. Get on Amazon, click the links and go to it. And then, man, you're going to be great. Oh, anyhow, good. There you go. So that's the Christmas things that I like. I wish I was like Oprah and I could just send all of my followers a Christmas gift, you know, or several. Yes,
that would be great.
And just, oh, here you go. I can't do that.
Sitting under your seat now is a gift.
Yeah, right. There you go. Okay, I got my biscuits all done. And by the way, you can dress these up in a number of different ways. Golden Steer has some wonderful compound butter. I've got some in there, but I'm just going to dress these up with some butter. The other thing, if I had more cheddar cheese, I would have actually baked these with some cheddar cheese sprinkled on top, but I ran out, so I don't have that. But these are so good, and you need to, before you eat them, of course, let them cool down a little bit. But hey, putting this butter on top makes these things really good. And like I said, these were a hit at our Thanksgiving. They're really, really good. And by the way, I let them rest out on the counter here for about an hour, because you want that gluten to get right. And actually, I didn't even go the whole hour. I was a little, I was so hungry. I wanted, I'm getting ready to leave, and I want to get them done before I left the house. So I moved them along a little bit, but you do want that gluten to get going before you put them in and bake them. They're hot. They're right out of the oven, I know, but I want to try one. I'm going to take some of these up to my brother's house tonight, but I do want to try one. Sorry, it's just what it is. Oh man, look at that! It looks so good. Those.
It's the cheese in them.
And the seasoning.
Yeah.
They're just great. I don't even need, there's butter on top. I don't need butter on the inside. Oh, that would really make it good. Would be good. All right, so that, along with all my favorite things for Christmas that are all on sale right now. That's the video for today, folks. Enjoy. See you later. The spice got me, sorry. And my favorite things. So good to get the season going. Sorry, this is so good. My mouth is drooling. It's terrible.